Welcome to a relaxing Christmas and New Year's on an island in Puget Sound. We are Ron and Bev, and this is RonBev Retirement Journeys. We caught the ferry in Anacortes, Washington on our way to Orcas Island. We are always glad when they're serving food on board. Ivar's clam chowder and Ivar's beef chili, right?
Right.
Yummy. We were a couple of days ahead of relatives who were joining us for the holidays at my brother Mark and wife Elizabeth's vacation home.
Look at these guys.
The lights of Orcas Village were a welcome sight. Christmas lights greeted us as we drove off the ferry. The next morning, we were up early, happy to be joining folks at Orcas Island Community Church the Sunday before Christmas.
Advent, we want to remind you that we are praying for you.
Many restaurants were closed for the winter season, but Island Skillet was open. We struck up a conversation with a couple from church who invited us to join them. Other times of the year, we might hike or kayak, but with rain soaking the ground, we opted for other pursuits while we waited for relatives to arrive. Retail therapy at the general store and pharmacy, and at Island Life, a sporting and outdoor store in the main town of East Sound, seemed like a good idea. We had never been in the newer shop, Boardwalk Collective, in Orcas Village at the ferry landing, and found it interesting, as well as the cottage gift shop, an old favorite. Many days there were rainy and cool, always giving us a good reason to stop for a hot drink.
You know, I think I'll try the peppermint.
And we can do peppermint mocha if you want.
We're enjoying hot drinks at one of our favorite places on Orcas Island, the Orcas Hotel. Cafe, yeah. Looking out at the window.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, and cheers to you all.
Latte, and what do you have?
Mocha.
When two of my brothers arrived, we tried to sneak in a hike near town between the rain showers. At home, we prepared for Christmas, mostly by relaxing. Christmas Eve dawned bright and clear, so we took the opportunity to drive to Mount Constitution, the tallest peak in Puget Sound, to catch a mostly clear view of the surrounding islands. Driving into town on December 24, we headed to the traditional Christmas Eve service at the community church. It is always well attended. And saw our newly made friends, David and Karen, once again.
If you do it, then you ask for forgiveness later. It's been a few years.
For a quick Christmas Eve dinner, it was appetizers and our family's traditional clam chowder.
Lord, to you is the Messiah, the Lord.
Family members were patient as we slowly got around on Christmas morning.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
Christmas dinner.
Yes, indeed.
Christmas got more exciting that night when a storm caused the lights to go out, but we were only partially in the dark as the generator worked until they came back on again. Wild turkeys seemed to have proliferated on the island.
Where are they going?
And sheep are prevalent. A barn painted by local high school seniors is an annual tradition. And it was back to retail therapy. Unlike so many of the restaurants, most of the shops remained open during the Christmas shopping season.
Happy New Year.
I had never seen the sign pointing to a public beach in town, but when Mark and I investigated, it was the wrong time of year. In Darville's bookstore, we found Ron, where else, in the coffee shop.
Oh, so that's where you came out to?
We sought out a better, though tiny, public beach on the north side of town that looks out to Orcas Island, which is a state park. I forgot I should be at this end. This is the place to be.
Not me.
Yes, you too.
No, it's not RonBev and Mark.
Here we are, leaving Orcas. It's just to go to San Juan Island, though. We're not going far.
We've left many times, and we're leaving again, but we'll be back.
Having visited San Juan Island many times, our main purpose that day was to get our traditional fish and chips lunch at the Lime Kiln Cafe at Roche Harbor.
Always fun to come here.
Historic Roche Harbor is a favorite of ours. Check out the video we published on San Juan Island on June 15, 2024 for a deeper dive on its history. Back on Orcas on a sunny day, Ron and I walked around the town, him on a trail, me on the retail beat, until we met up for a visit to the library. A new art gallery opened in June.
Oh, this is a sea anemone, and it's like really detailed.
A library society was established in the early 1900s on the island, but the public library opened in 1988, with the original building being built in 1992. An addition to the library was built in 2005, which makes up the current library. We couldn't miss seeing Orcas Island pottery on this visit. It takes a drive deep into the woods to arrive.
Welcome to my house.
During nicer weather, pottery is often set out on picnic tables all over the yard, as well as being displayed inside. A more subdued yard greeted us this winter. If you bring kids, a swing and treehouse can keep them busy while you shop.
Couple of old friends of mine.
So here we are, Orcas Island pottery. There's the treehouse with a mug shop. Down the road from Orcas Pottery is the West Beach Resort. It has cabins and RV parking as well as a dock, and is reportedly the best place from which to view a sunset. The check-in building also has a small convenience store, ice cream, and coffee bar. Another resort on the island, Rosario, was sadly closed when we were there, with an uncertain time frame for reopening. The beautiful mansion at its center is on the National Historic Register and was once the home of former Seattle Mayor Robert Moran, who built it in 1909. Later, Ron and I made a second trip to San Juan Island, this time walking on the ferry, which is free, primarily to get lunch in the town of Friday Harbor. We headed to Downriggers, which is on the water, and enjoyed splitting a crab melt with Swiss cheese, crab, artichoke on toasted sourdough bread. We also got in a visit to Ron's favorite bookstore, Serendipity, before heading back to Orcas. The Orcas Village store is much smaller than the island market in town, but very handy for those living near the ferry landing. That evening, we joined the remaining members of our family at the Orcas Hotel for a special New Year's Eve prime rib dinner. It was a quiet New Year's Eve, and I'm not sure any of us stayed up till midnight. New friends, Karen and David, had invited us to visit them on New Year's Day. We weren't expecting a delicious high tea spread for us in their beautiful home, which is right on the water. After great conversation and a home tour, we said goodbye, very thankful we had made new friends while there. That evening, it was also goodbye to Orcas. We had had a thoroughly wonderful and restful Christmas and New Year's on the island. Thanks for watching. For more information on Orcas Island, please check out our video published on June 8, 2024.